And last but not least for this morning, guys, we came to none other than Young Justice. Yes, Young Justice. Episode 24. 2 more episodes before the first season is done. It's been a long time coming, right, guys? This episode is entitled Performance. It was directed by Michael Chang, written by John Wiseman, excuse me. And the date is December 22nd. And we see a group. We see actually Haly's Circus. Yeah. Play a big role in this. And they're in tour in Europe. And we see the team has gone undercover in there to locate a thief stealing weaponry technology all across Europe. All right. And so on this team, it's not an official mission, actually, guys. It's more personal in a way because of the situation. The team is basically comprised of Robin, Artemis, Superboy, Ms. Martian, and as a lot of people have been calling the dickhead, Red Arrow. He's still convinced there's a mole, and he basically had his 3 suspects right there. Superboy, Artemis, Ms. Martian. And basically, they go undercover as this brother-sister acrobat team, kind of emanating of Dick's family. And they were called the Dangers. Dan Danger, Dane Danger, all these. It was really funny. And while all these missions are happening, all these thefts are happening, guys, there's a FBI agent played by Clancy Brown again, investigating them. He's like, if we find out, Haly, you're involved, we're going to shut you down, you're going to prison, and Robin's not going to let that happen. But all between that, we're starting to see like a flu bug was going around. Robin was sick first, then Ms. Martian, and we start to see that every time that one of the individuals of the circus touches him or her, they get sick. And we're starting to see that. And we're starting to see this, all right? So they're investigating what's going on. And when they're investigating their first stakeout, guys, which I believe was December 23rd, they're starting to see, basically, we're starting to see my big first notion of, I said it before and I'll say it again, what I had a fear of what was going to happen. My name is Connor Kent and I'm a drug addict. My drug of choice is shields/slappers. Yes, we're starting to see that Connor is relying on the shields. He's slapping them on him anytime he's getting a rush out of basically the full Kryptonian abilities now. We're seeing that. And while on their first mission, basically, they couldn't stop the person involved, and Robin basically faints out because he was sick. And we're starting to see that. Later on, they find the individual again, and all of a sudden, this time it was on the train that they were on to the next town in Europe. And we also get to see Robin reflect on he sees a poster of the Flying Graysons, which was really, really cool. And that's when Kid Flash basically he came in, he called Robin and was like, once again, we got another good notion in this. Another keynote in this, guys, was that it seems that only Kid Flash knows Robin's past, knows that he's Dick Grayson, and the whole 9 yards. Nobody else knows that. And we see, yeah, thank you. We see the good friendship, the good strength of their friendship. And Kid Flash even asks him, how come you didn't ask me to come in? I thought, we're best buds and everything like that. And Robin basically says, I didn't want you on here to question my objectivity and all that. So, Flash is basically saying, that's what best friends for. We stick together. But unfortunately, they're starting to put two and two together of like who this culprit is. And all of a sudden, we see that this guy, Mr. Haley, everything like that is not who he seems to be. And on top of the train, we see the guy show himself. And it's none other than Parasite. Yes, the Young Justice debut of Parasite. And boy, did he look creepy. Parasite looked creepy. He looked, to me, guys, he looked a little bit like Swamp Thing. He looked like the Tyrant from Resident Evil a little bit. And all the veins coming out of him, and he's just ciphering off everybody's ability. He ciphered Ms. Martian. He got a gist of Connor jonesing up on the slapper or the shield. I'm sorry, guys, I keep calling it slapper because that's what it reminds me of, a slapper from Batman Beyond. And we starting to see that, it's messing with Connor's head too. Like he's getting more aggressive and he's not following orders and stuff like that. I mean, even when they try to go in like really on the low, he gets all crazy and starts attacking them. He starts thinking outside. Like there was a time when they were surrounded by fire, and we all know Ms. Martian her weakness is fire, and he's all like, yeah, I'm going after him, and she's like, we got to get her out of here, Connor. And he put one on he put one on his arm, then he put another one on his chest in another scene. He just really was it was like one after another, like this, like that, and it was like, this guy is becoming a drug addict. He's really relying on this. And they're able to, December 24th, they're, once again, the dates play a lot. They're able to track down Parasite and defeat him. But they did it using their heads this time. Even though, once again, Parasite got a hold of Connor and ciphered off that power once again, Artemis is able to light a canister of fire, and since he still had Ms. Martian's abilities, he was like, yeah, you think this is I've got Superboy's powers, I'm invulnerable, yada yada yada. And she's like, yeah, well, you may have that, but you still have my abilities too, which I'm weak against fire. And that basically passes him out, and they're able to stop the bomb that the weapon that Parasite was gonna destroy Geneva. And this was a little different from Parasite, because I don't remember Parasite being this kind of world dominant, like he wants to destroy a city. And so, but it was different but cool in a way. It was fun. It was really fun to see. But like I said, afterwards, Jack Haley reveals to Robin that he knows that and remembers him. Basically when he says, so you guys are leaving, huh? And he basically says, I recognize that. You grown, Dick. I recognize that anywhere. You can't forget that. Your old ringmaster doesn't forget. And I thought that was a real touching scene, that he knew you can't fake those moves. Nobody can rehearse those moves, and his moves are like blueprints. You never forget who they are. And he implores the Boy Wonder to perform for the circus one more time, and it ends with Dick and them performing one last time for the circus. I know I went on a little bit faster than I wanted to. I should have wrote some more notes on it, but it was okay. It really was a very, very good episode, guys. I really, really enjoyed this episode too, and it played up a lot of these situations that I said I had a feeling what was going to happen. That Connor's going to get addicted. Also, in this, we kind of see that maybe Red Arrow is maybe kind of turning a little turn with Artemis. He's looking at her maybe in a different light as well. So that was cool too. Instead of being a dickhead. But it definitely put the notion of, like I said, guys, about Superboy basically coming addictive to the shields. You know, he's loving that power, and I'm hoping that's not he's going to get power hungry, but it also may give a key notion of what may happen in the future. That's just me. But other than that, episode 24, Performance. Grade 8 stuff, guys. You tell me what you thought about this episode, and how'd you like this interpretation of Parasite? But other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed your Saturday mornings like I did. And other than that, you guys take care. Peace.